Hello, everyone. I see the chat is already busy. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you like the stream. Guys, I have the ultimate formula for you guys. I have went and analyzed this and I have studied this. This is a perfect model for solving everything. This might be, you might think that this is an exaggeration, and you would be wrong. And I will prove it to you on this chat that whatever your demons are, whatever your problems are, this is the ultimate way to use the best technology that we have today in resolving your problems and achieving whatever goal that you have. So that sounds like an extraordinary claim. It is, but I will back it up. It's an extraordinary claim, and I have extraordinary evidence throughout this show. I will tell you. Okay. So, guys, I don't know if you're new on this channel. Guys, I see Tree of Knowledge is here. Mohsen is here. Torah is here. Shauna is saying, Shauna is here. Amikai, Mohsen, fantastic. Thank you guys for being here. I saw Heavy Gretel was here as well. Yes, earlier. Jewish Samantha, fantastic. All right, so guys, on this channel, we're using not just AI, but all technology available to us to try to make our lives better in areas of health, wealth, and love, meaning relationships with anybody. All right. Amir is here as well. Yes, Armin, science time. Fantastic. So we've been discussing this on our live chats before regarding how to use AI to improve our lives and also to try to resolve any problem that we have, whether in any of these areas. But now I have come up with a formula that it's really easy, a template for you, for which is very easy to just copy and just use. Like every single step, I will tell you what it is, and it's so easy to replicate. And we're going to do this together because I want to see what you guys in the chat think about this. We're going to be doing this together. I need you guys to, if you think that there's anything in here that is not working, because I don't want to just be preaching to you guys. This is a two-way communication. So I'm going to try to pay attention to the live chat as well, right? So you guys know how in our previous live streams, we basically came up with a general understanding of what the direction that we want to be moving on this channel. And let me tell you, I want to make it less vague. I want to make it something that you could apply today. And every step is very well defined. So the first step, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat first. Okay, so James is here. Amika, I've just finished the story that I've written, and I'm going to submit it any day now. Fantastic. Tech time. Yeah, Shauna is saying tech time. Science time. Fantastic. This is great. I love how lively the channel is. James is here. Nima is here. Okay, great. And Nia is here. All right, guys. So the thing that we're trying to solve, we're trying to figure out how to progress in our life, whether it's higher income. I don't know. We had a breakup. We're going through grief. We're going through a heartbreak. We had a breakup with somebody. Whatever issue it is, whatever the most important thing in your life is, and you want to achieve it, we need to figure out what that is. What is the main thing that is in your way that is stopping you from achieving your goals, your main goals? Identifying that and then removing the obstacle so that you can keep moving. And so that's the first thing. The first thing is to identify. Before we actually start fighting the biggest demon in your life, we have to identify the biggest demon in your life. And again, I told you, in the same way that our goals are health, wealth, and love, our demons are whatever stand in the middle of us getting to health, wealth, and love, right? So, for example, when it comes to health, we have, I don't know, obesity, depression, anxiety, lack of having a proper diet, lack of exercise, stuff like that. Wealth is being in debt, not knowing how to budget, having a low income, having a spending problem. Some people have a high income, but they're poor because they just spend a lot. Like they're addicted to a very luxurious life. So that's a wealth category. So these are debt, for example, is a wealth category demon. Obesity is a health category demon. So when it comes to love category demons, then we have loneliness, we have heartbreak, we have loss of a loved one, we have conflict with our loved ones, we have some friends leaving us. For example, let's say that people that were in your life for many, many years, they now are abandoning you, or they don't consider you their friend anymore. Stuff like that, right? Yes, demon of obesity. I mean, you're saying demon of obesity. Yes, obesity is a demon, and it's a demon against proper health. So, yes, of course. But I think every single demon that we could come up with fits in one of these categories. It's either health, wealth, or love. I don't think there's anything else. It's one of these three, right? And we need to identify the most important part, the most important demon in our life. Oh, I'm saying, sadly, a demon I know too good. Okay, okay. Well, there's a solution for all of this. Okay. Anyways, but again, we have to pick a demon. We don't want to basically fighting in too many fronts. I think we have to pick one or two demons to focus on. And I think for most of you, it's not going to be in the, oh, I'm just saying this is why I'm here. Oh, thank, that's amazing. Again, demon of boredom spending. Yes, exactly. That would be in the wealth category, right? I think for most people, their demons is the main demons that they need to be fighting is either in the health category or in the wealth category. It's not in the love category, unless, because you have to find the main obstacle in your way. We don't want to be picking fights with tiny demons that might be annoying and painful, but are not stopping you from progress, right? So, for example, one demon, for example, in the love category, let's say that you had a breakup with your girlfriend, right? And your heart is broken and it's giving you a lot of pain, right? Do we want to go fight that demon? No. Just suck it up. Just suck it up, buttercup. Just allow yourself to be in pain, because it's not a demon, it's not an obstacle. Like, we have a very important goal that we're trying to get to, and if it's a demon that is causing you pain, but it's not stopping you from getting, it's not, it basically, it's not in the way. Like, say, like, you have a path that you have a destination. This demon is basically on the side, and it's basically poking at you, and it's very painful, but it's not in the way. So if it's not in the way, I will just tolerate the pain. I'll just try to get better at accepting that pain is a part of life. I only want to pick two demons. So if I'm picking one, preferably just one demon, if I'm going to pick one or two demons, I preferably want to pick a demon that is not letting me move forward in this path. So the only times that right now the love category demons will become a priority for you to tackle right now is on the only is two situations. Either you have slayed every other demon in the health and wealth category, or the love category demon is actually paralyzing you. Like, you cannot move forward. Like, that's how it's actually a big demon, right? But for most of you, I think that what you're missing is more money, or maybe you're so unhealthy that you need to take care of that as well. Especially, again, I know some of you might be dealing with this, and this is going to be hard to hear, but obesity, if you're obese when you're young, don't let that stay with you, because it's going to be more difficult to get rid of it when you're older, right? If you're young and obese, try to get rid of that obesity when you're young, because the more you age, the harder it's going to be to get rid of that. So it becomes a priority because of that, right? But other than that, I think for most people, the main priority, the main demons that is in their way is not having enough money, not having enough wealth, not having enough income. But you have to decide. You have to choose which one of these categories are your main obstacle, and making your main goal into to focusing on removing that barrier from your way. All right. So identify the biggest problem in your life. That biggest problem in your life is the bottleneck in your progress. And if it's not a bottleneck in your progress, then you're imagining that this is your biggest problem. If you could get by with that pain, just accept the pain. But you could, for this first phase, you could actually start talking to AI regarding are they identifying which one of these demons are the ones that you need to be focusing on. And focus is key here. Focus is key here, because you will see at the end of this plan, we're going to try to do volume on one thing that matters the most. We don't want to we don't want to be focused on too many things at the same time. We want to basically spend as much hours in the day focusing on one task that gives you the most result. So we need to go through a elimination process of everything else. Yes, exactly. Shauna saying wealth is a big one because money opens up doors. Let me just tell you, this is how simple it is. Whatever problems you have in your life, if you're healthy and have enough money, all your other problems become smaller. Your other problems are not going to go away, but if you're wealthy and healthy, whatever other problems you're dealing with, it's going to be easier to fight them. Whatever else it is. Money and health is not going to make your problems go away, but you're going to be a lot more equipped in dealing with them. That's why you need to focus on these two before anything else. Anyways, but you need to open a Google Doc, write down everything that you want, that most of the things, like the main things that you think are a priority that you want that you don't have, the things that are standing your way, the biggest problem in your life. Define your demons, and then give this criteria that I told you to ChatGPT. Right now, that's the best model. You need to explain that you're trying to find the greatest demon. You're not trying to focus on everything. You're trying to focus on just one or two. And the criteria is it stopping me from achieving my goal? Is it in my way? What's the main obstacle? So you could tell your life story and all of these. You write it on Google Doc, or if you don't like writing, Google Doc has this feature. If you press Control Shift S, then the microphone feature will turn on, and you just talk. And then you just, or if you don't like it, just record yourself. And I think ChatGPT now accepts audio messages as well. Just talk about it or write it or whatever, and just dump it in ChatGPT, and then basically then start talking to it for a while, so that you could identify the main thing that you need to be focusing on, right? And I promise you, for most of you, is going to be not enough income, not enough wealth. That's going to be most people. So let me know among these three. I think what a lot of you need more help with in AI is from the health, wealth, and love category. I think a lot of you, because the main limiting factor is wealth, a lot of you would want me to focus on using AI for wealth generation. Let me know if you I'm going to do all three, but let me know if you want me to focus more on wealth in future live streams, right? Yes, wealth and social, right? So the first plan is to focus on that. Again, health, is it obesity, depression, anxiety? Wealth, is it you're dealing with debt, you don't know how to budget, you have most of it is going to be low income. I mean, some people have an income problem, some people have a spending problem, right? Meaning that some people are not spending a lot, but they're not making enough money. Some people are actually making enough, they're making good money, but they're just spending it too much. But what you have to identify, you have to name it. You have to name your demon. You have to be like, is my problem I have too much debt, I need to get rid of my debt? Is it budgeting? Do I need to increase my income? Do I need to fix my spending problem? Am I too fat? Do I need to focus on that? Have I gone through a heartbreak that is just paralyzing me, that is stopping me to do anything else? Is it laziness? Do I have lack of motivation? Any of that? Okay, you need to figure out. Just find your demon, put a sticker on it, put a label on it. It's like, hey, I have a low income demon. I'm going to become an expert at slaying the low income demon, okay, or the obesity demon, or the loneliness demon, or whatever, right? Once you identify the demon, 50% of the job is done. 50% of the job when it comes to the knowledge part. There's the work part and there's the knowledge part, right? A lot of people are not moving in the right direction just because they haven't picked the direction. They haven't even identified the direction that they need to be moving towards to. Okay. So Sean is saying lack of skills to do what I want to do. Yeah. So again, if you have low income and you need skills for it, again, that would be in the next phase. So let's first. I mean, it's better if you don't have enough skills to make enough income, just label it as low income. I think that's better because sometimes you might think you need more skills. Sometimes actually you will discover in this path that there's something else that will help you get the income. It might not necessarily be what you thought it is, right? So low income is the demon, right? So it's really important for you to document all your thoughts, not in the ChatGPT prompt. You need to have it somewhere else, like on a Google Doc or somewhere like or your voice recording, so that you could just basically keep writing because the prompt, you know, text box is too small for what I'm talking about. Like you, and also it needs to be, it needs to keep getting saved every single second that you're writing. Like you need to basically dump a whole bunch of text in ChatGPT for this to work. So you need to basically be writing this somewhere else before you give it to ChatGPT. So I suggest Google Doc so that you always could go back to it and use it again and again and again if you need to. Right. So once you identify the demon, then you need to do three things. After this is now the second part of this plan. Demon identification part one. Now we need to figure out what to do to make progress towards slaying this demon, right? So when you give all of that to ChatGPT, after you find the demon, now, so the first time you were writing a whole bunch of text to identify the demon, now you open another Google Doc and you start describing the situation. So you're not going to focus on your breakup, the fight that you're having with your dad. Let's say you identified your demon as obesity or low income. Okay. Now you open another Google Doc and start describing your situation, anything that is relevant to your low income, your current job, your education, your location, the people that you have access to, how much money in the bank you have, your expenses, the income that you prefer having, everything. All the opportunities that you have, you put that in your Google Doc. If you're fat, if your demon is obesity, you write down how much do you weigh, how much time do you have for exercise, what do you eat, how much money did you have for buying food, basically anything that comes to your mind that you find might be relevant. If your demon is a heartbreak, you basically start writing what happened, who was this person, why did they leave you, what are you feeling about, what are your feelings right now, you describe. So the plan, phase one, step one was demon identification. Step two is describing the demon in detail and also getting the AI to understand your situation better with regards to that demon, right? But then when you dump this, now that the second body of text, when you dump it into ChatGPT, you don't ask. This is key. This is the key part that I need you guys to understand. You don't ask ChatGPT at this point for a solution. You ask it to ask you more questions. I will answer those questions soon. Let me get to this point and let me start them so I could answer them soon. Okay. You don't say like how, so I have a low income. This is my situation. These are my skills. You don't go tell it that, okay, so how do I increase my income? No. You tell ChatGPT, ask me more questions because you don't know what the best information right now is to get to ChatGPT. You just get ChatGPT, you give it the information. At the end of it is like, ask me the best questions. So the questions that will give you the best information to help me with the situation. So instead of ChatGPT giving you the answer, ChatGPT would now give you some questions. Let's say you ask it to give you 10 questions so you have better, so it understands your situation better. So then you answer those questions, and now ChatGPT has a better context of what your situation is. All right. So in phase two, where you're trying to identify the the details of your demon, step one is to get ChatGPT to ask you more questions. Step two is to get ChatGPT to identify two things. And again, the second part is the most important. After you answer the 10 questions that it designed for you, and you answered, and now it has a better understanding of what you think, what your situation is. Now, with all of that information, you ask it for the best plan to slay this demon, to resolve this problem, to make progress in the what is the best plan. But also, you ask it to identify the one thing that you need to be focusing on right now. The very next step. You don't want it, you want to see the plan, but you also don't want to lose focus on just, you don't want to be doing so many things. You need to figure out what is the thing that would have the most result. Because you are like, we're going to have future shows regarding managing your calendar and your to-do list, but you want to be basically figure out how to fill the most hours of your day on the thing that does the most to move the needle. You don't want to be like, oh, I need to do this and this and this and this. No, there's one thing, maybe two, that is the most important thing that you need to do. And it's going to be hard, and you need to do a lot of volume, which we will get into. But here's another thing regarding this, to the second part. You should not be accepting what ChatGPT tell you. We have not gotten to the point where ChatGPT is like a revelation from God. It makes mistakes. You need to get into an argument with it. You need to challenge it. But more importantly, you need to get it to challenge you. Because one weakness of AI right now is that it's too agreeable. Like it's a little bit biased into agreeing with you, and that's a problem. I mean, they're fixing that, they're making it better, but you need to become very clear with it that, hey, call me out on my bullshit. I will call, you need to fight with it. You need to try to call it out on its bullshit. But when you do that, it surrenders too easily sometimes and agrees with you. Right now, ChatGPT and other AI models, because they're a little bit too agreeable, you need to remind it that not to be agreeable and actually stand its ground if something is correct, and also make sure that it does, like it's real with you and is pushing back against you and really objectively evaluating the solution. And whatever it answers, it's not like a lot of people are like, oh, what's the best way to do a thing, and they read it and they accept it. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to get into a conversation with it, going back and forth, and then like it's a advisor that is really good. It has a lot of expertise, but it's a little bit too agreeable, and sometimes you need to do multiple conversations with it. And guys, by the way, I hope you all understand that with something this important, you're only using the reasoning model of your AI model. Like, you're not using, if you're on ChatGPT, this does not work with 4.0. It works like, you need to switch to O3 so that you have a, so that's actually using the reasoning model. So this is important. Oh, somebody's saying get another AI propaganda channel. Well, I mean, I have seen a lot of results, and personally, how is this AI propaganda? AI actually is producing a lot of results for many people. It has access to every single content ever made by humans, including a lot of scientific articles, including every study that has ever been done. And I mean, guys, AI just recently won the gold, and general language models just recently won the gold medal in the I don't know if you got in gold medal in math Olympiad. I don't know how do you say that in English, But the main competition for math, they not the ChatGPT won a gold medal in it. And again, that's a general reasoning model, not like an AI math model. A general language model managed to win a gold medal in the ultimate math competition in the world, which is insane. So people who think that AI is still just propaganda and it doesn't work, I don't know where you guys are. These are Levites. I don't know what to do with them. Like, you're hopeless. You're going to be missing out. But let me actually. So you need to. Our goal at this phase is to reduce all the noise and be so focused on the main thing. That, for example, let's say if you're trying to lose weight, right? You need to figure out what is the most important. After you give everything about your situation, you need to figure out what is the most important activity or the thing that you need to be focusing on the most that produce the most results, right? What Or if you're trying to get more income, don't be like, I need to do A, B, C, or D. Try to as much as you can to reduce it to one or maybe two things, at most three, but the closer to one the better, so that you could just focus on volume after you identify this. Another thing you need to do in this phase, in phase three. So phase one was identifying the demons. Phase three is getting knowledge regarding how to slay the demon. And I'll tell you what the phase three is. And phase three is the most important part. In phase two, when you're trying to get knowledge in how to slay this demon, you also need to sometimes be asking your AI model what to do, what are the best prompts. Some people go and study the best prompt strategies. I don't do that, because instead of constantly getting myself updated on what is the best prompt strategy, whatever I'm talking to the AI model at the moment, that AI model could just use the reasoning model to figure out what the best prompt strategy is. So I'll just ask it. Like, every once in a while I'm discussing something with AI, I'll ask it, like, by the way, in these discussions that we're having, what are the best prompts that I could use to get you to have the highest utility for me in this discussion? And it gives me a list of prompts and a prompt strategy that gets me gives me some ideas on how to move forward with using AI for advice. So that's another thing that has benefited me a lot, right? Yeah, Amir saying prompt writing is an art. Yeah, but you know who's good at that art? AI. So instead of me getting good at prompt, you know, prompt writing, I just use AI to tell me the best prompts. And sometimes it gives me some really amazing ideas when I do that. Let me actually, before I go to phase three, which is the most important part, let me actually answer some of your question. Brigitte is saying, how do I get over not wanting to info dump my personal demons to ChatGPT? I feel like ChatGPT going to create a perfect AI to scam me. I mean, if you want to do that, then you should also not open a bank account. You shouldn't open a Google account. You shouldn't also, I don't know, go on any travels. Like, you shouldn't be traveling, because then you need to give them your passport. You need to put your passport information online. You shouldn't go vote. You shouldn't do any of that. Like, I mean, if you don't want to do that, you're going to be stuck. You're gonna be stuck doing nothing. How do you travel? You have to trust a random airline employee somewhere with your passport information? You're giving them the passport information is very important. How do you open a bank account like that? They need a lot of information from you, right? So it's unavoidable. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're already given a lot of info online to so many different companies. I don't know why ChatGPT would be like different, but I understand the concern. Let me see. Somebody else said something interesting. I wanna, wanna make sure I respond to that. Where is that? Where is that? Okay. Aisha said something interesting. Aisha, where is Aisha? Aisha saying, can I use this with Gemini too? I mean, I am using the free form, so I was wondering, this is really, really very beneficial and practical too. Well, thank you, Aisha. I'm really glad that you think that. Um, honestly, ChatGPT's user interface is a lot better. Like I mean, you could try. How about this? How about try both and see what works best for you? Right now, honestly, the best two right now are ChatGPT and Gemini. So either one works. I just getting so many good results from, like, I have made so much changes in my life and I've seen so many great improvements. I've been using ChatGPT, so I don't want to take Gemini is amazing too. Like, but use both. See what works with you. Whatever works. Whatever. I mean, if you're seeing the results, you're seeing results, right? So, guys, here's the phase 3. Phase 3 is phase 3 is the most important, and this part requires that you move away from AI a little bit, or maybe a lot, because here's the danger. So many people are getting so much good information from AI that they become addicted to talking to AI, and they keep learning, and they think that they're being productive because they're constantly learning. And that is absolutely dangerous, to get stuck in the loop of just learning for the sake of learning, because you need to just be using AI only a little bit so that you don't have an excuse for not knowing what to do. But then you need to actually put the AI away. You need to stop talking to AI. You need to stop talking to AI, because now you know what the fuck you're supposed to do. You need to be spending more time actually doing that thing than talking to AI about it. And again, this is important because some people are getting addicted to just constantly talking to AI. And that is not good, because the point was more doing, not just learning. Let me tell you something important. A lot of people think AI is supposed to make your life easier. Okay. I'm here to tell you AI is actually supposed to make your life harder. And that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. Let me explain. Okay. Many people have the excuse of not working hard because they don't know what the fuck they should be doing. Okay. But now you don't have that excuse anymore. We have the power of 1,000 experts right at our fingertips. They know everything about psychology, everything about content creation, everything about the best practices for business, everything. You have the power of 1,000 experts right next to you telling you the best practices for everything. So the excuse of not knowing what to do has been taken away. So when the knowledge part is now, the knowledge barrier has been removed, the only thing that is left is work. The volume of the work that you need to be doing. There is no excuse, because hey, if you're lazy, one thing you could always say is like, hey, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to 10x my income. I don't know how to make my shop sell more, how my laundromat have more customers. I don't know how to get more leads. I don't know what's the best practices of running a gym. I don't know the best way to, if I'm a lawyer, to get more clients. I'm just basically working with whatever clients come my way. I don't know how to get more clients. If I'm a dentist, I don't know how to do better marketing so I get more people at my dentist. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I just go with the flow. I just go with the flow. Now, all the knowledge is right in front of you. You want to increase your income? You give it the situation, you tell it your skills, you tell it your limitation, you tell it your fears, you tell it your hopes, and you get the power of 1,000 experts telling you what the way is. So, because lazy people sometimes have the excuse of saying, I didn't know what to do. I don't know the way. So, I'm not doing because I didn't know what to do. Now you know. Now you know. There is no excuse for not doing anymore. Let me. So, the way I try to think about it is that once I know what is the most important thing I need to do right now to have the most, to get the most progress into achieving my goal, then I have to do that one thing so much as if my life depends on it. Like, I need to, every day needs to be finished in a way that I could look back at it and I could tell myself there was no more juice that I could have squeezed out of this day. Like, if there was something that I could have done in this day and I didn't, then I need to do better. Instead of getting addicted to just talking to AI, just use it to find a way, find your North Star, get the right idea of what direction you need to be moving in, and then fucking run. Fucking run in that direction as if you're in a race and the punishment for losing is death. You need to focus more on doing than learning. You need to look at the hours of your day and think, what did I waste? What was a waste? What was there in my day that could have been used into doing more volume on the task that I have identified that would have moved me in that direction that I wasted doing something else? And I could tell you, for a lot of you, a lot of it is going to be watching Netflix. Again, I'm going to call you guys out and you're going to hate me for this. It's going to be porn. It's going to be doom scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. It's going to be, what else is it going to be? Gaming. Oh my God. There's going to be gaming. Again, I know a lot of gamers out there are going to be hate me, but think about your demons just staying alive, whatever thing that you're trying to achieve. Guys, no matter how rich or poor you are, we all get 24 hours in a day. That's your main resource. That's your main resource. And then there are demons there, and now with the power of AI, you have the knowledge of how to slay those demons, how to overcome all your problems. And the main resource that you have in your life is the time that is given to you to just get better at slaying those demons. And you're spending all those precious seconds playing a video game or watching porn or doom scrolling on Instagram. I mean, now that you know the way, you should be looking at every single second in your life that is being wasted on something that could actually be used into moving in this direction. I promise you that if you do this, if you basically identify the way using the method I gave you, and then do everything into doing the most important thing to achieve it, it's impossible not to see results. Yeah, I'm here saying porn is not to be blamed. It's me. Yeah, it's good. It's good that you blame. Yeah, actually, that's a very good way of framing it. I mean, like, please try to always think that it's my fault, not to shame yourself and make you hate yourself, but not to have excuses. Every time you're not moving in the direction that you're supposed to be, don't try to blame your environment. Don't try to blame your circumstances. Blame you. Blame yourself so that you do something about it. Don't hate yourself though, okay? But do don't hate yourself, but do blame yourself. Guys, let me tell you how this works. Like, if you lift weights, I think like a lot of the philosophy that I'm trying to communicate with you guys could be understood if you do lift weights, right? Because if you go to the gym, if you understand how building muscles work, you know that if you go to the gym and you do not push yourself to your limits, you wasted your time. You could have done, you didn't take, I mean, you didn't waste your time, but there was so much there left on the table that you didn't, that 1 hour that you were in the gym, you could have made so much more out of that 1 hour. Like, the point is that if I'm in the gym and I'm lifting some weights, right? And I know I could, with this weight, I could do 8 reps. I'm while I'm getting close to 8, if I don't do everything in my power to push to 9 this time, I'm missing out. I need to leave the gym thinking that I gave it everything that 1 hour that I was there. So I try to have that philosophy with my days as well. Like, by the end of the day, I have to think like there is nothing else left that I could have done. Like, I want to go to bed feeling exhausted because everything that this day could have given me, I took all of it. And there was nothing else left. And again, you might think that is too much pressure, but the way to get over that is to fall in love with looking at your day and thinking, holy shit, that was a fucking productive day. Like, look what I did with this day. Like, instead of getting addicted to just learning and learning and learning, learning is important, but you need to be addicted to giving it your max every day. And that's an addiction that is productive. Like, I learned that also in the gym. Like, when the pain, like when you are in the gym and you can see that, okay, oh my God, I used to do 8 reps, but now I'm actually pushing it. And today I'm going to do 9. That pain that you feel in your muscle, that is an addictive pain. Like, that is a pain that is confirming that you are pushing it. And the same joy that you get from the pain that you feel in your muscle, because that pain is a confirmation that you pushed it to the max. If you feel that pain, that exhaustion at the end of the day, and you are enjoying being this exhausted because it's a confirmation that I did so much today, if you manage to get addicted to that pain, then there's nothing that will ever be able to stop you in this world. Think about it. Throughout history, there was two elements that made it, that was the main indicator whether or not you're going to be successful. One was having the right knowledge. Two, how hard working you were. So doing and learning, now the knowledge part is not a limiting factor anymore. This is why I'm saying the age of AI shouldn't be the age of laziness. It should be the age of more hard work, because the knowledge factor has been taken away. It's only who works the hardest. And again, guys, in this new age, it's going to be so much easier to do nothing, but it's also so much easier to do so much. Like, there are so many good reasons for you to just waste your time. Not good reasons, but there's so many temptations. But there's also so many tools that just makes it easier for you to just focus on the volume of work that you're doing. And the main difference there's going to have be mainly two categories of people. People who use this new age of technology to just get tempted by all the better porn, better games, better movies. Again, I have a Netflix account, but I use it to have something in my background to work. I'm just talking about when people just watch without actually doing anything. I try to put a boring movie just so that there's some noise in my ear while I'm working, right? But but movies are going to get better, porn is going to get better, social media is going to get better, algorithm is going to get more addictive. There's going to be better gambling tools and apps, and so in a time where AI is going to get more people addicted to things that are toxic and time wasters, it's your choice to go into that direction or also use the power of AI to just have a clear direction of where you're supposed to be going, and then trying to use the power of AI to help you eliminate all the noise so you could be laser focused on the single thing that makes the most important difference. Yeah, so guys, I know porn is mostly a male problem. I understand that, but I think for women, they are, they're so it's TikTok or Instagram, doom scrolling on Instagram. I think that's more would be more relevant to women, right? So, volume is key. Volume is key. I mean, to be honest, even before the age of AI, volume of work was more important than knowledge. Not that knowledge was not that important, but you could see like a smart, knowledgeable person with that wasn't giving it. There are a lot of poor smart people out there. There are a lot of poor, smart, educated people out there, which shows that knowledge is not the main difference maker. It's the amount of dedication and hard work that has always been the main element regarding who succeed and who doesn't. But now, when intelligence and knowledge and wisdom is getting this cheap because it's becoming so accessible, so intelligence is becoming cheap, wisdom and knowledge is going to become cheap. So the main currency, the main difference maker is going to be hard work. Okay, so when it comes to doing hard work, the two things that I think it helps, one of them is obviously I told you to remove all noise from your life as much as you possibly can so that you could dedicate your days to getting the most to that one or two things that makes the biggest difference. Another thing that I suggested that some of you I hope consider is to start a YouTube channel, either go live or make edited videos and put there. You don't need to put edited videos. It's really simple. You could just click on a button, go click on the go live button, or go click on the record button and just record yourself and then upload it. Whether you want to do live streams or you want to do record yourself and then upload it, right? It's just basically one button in regards to live stream and then talking to your camera, or it's two buttons if you want to just record. You don't need to worry about titles or covers for now. You could just click record, then go to YouTube, upload, submit. That's it, right? Very simple with a phone, right? And then you could improve your YouTube channel later. But let me tell you why that's important. Okay. And again, we discussed this on our previous channel. So whatever your demon is that you're trying to slay, what you could do is you could go live or make YouTube videos giving updates regarding what your demon is, what your situation is, how much progress you have made, what you're doing, how are you using AI to, what is that key thing that you're focusing on and trying to improve it, and then you keep documenting your progress publicly. Publicly, you put that and tell people. Okay, so let me tell you what the benefits of these are, right? If you do that. Okay. First of all, by doing that, I would suggest that at some point trying to get this daily or maybe at least twice a week or once a week, but daily would be great. So first, you're holding yourself accountable. Two, you're building a personal brand, which in the age of AI is going to become one of your most important assets. The more machines do things, the more our humanity is going to be the key difference maker. The more people who stand out against against other people are people who have built their own personal brand, because our differences is going to be our stories, our personality, our humanity. It's not going to be our intelligence, it's not going to be our wisdom, it's going to be how relatable we are, or it's going to be how much people enjoy talking to us. Because when it comes to knowledge and information and, I don't know, labor and cognitive labor, physical labor, and stuff, we're moving towards more automation. So the people who are going to be ahead are going to people who have a stronger personal brand. This has already been true for the past 10,000 years. It's going to continue becoming more important, right? So you build your personal brand. 3, you're improving your communication skills. 3, you're going to have no views for a long time, and your videos are going to suck. So you're going to learn how to deal with rejection and failure. You are going to eventually, once your channel, after waiting for a long time, once your channel starts building a little bit, you're going to start building a network, which is another important asset to have in the age of AI. It was always important, but now it's going to even be more important, right? You're going to be able to document your progress, so progress documentation. And also you're going to have something to submit to AI for feedback, because you're doing it's your daily diary, basically your live streams or your YouTube videos. And then you're going to be able to submit those to AI for 2 feedbacks, right? One, because you are documenting your progress, AI will be able to give you feedback on your progress. And also because you're doing YouTube videos or live streams, AI could also constantly give you feedback on how to improve your YouTube channel and your videos or your live streams. Another advantage of this is that you're going to be putting your journey out there, and for people who find that relatable, you're going to help them, you're going to inspire them. Again, you don't need to be the best expert, you don't need to be the best, have the best information. You just need to be relatable to some people who your story and your struggles resonate with them. Again, this is what something AI can't do. AI might have better information than you, but AI cannot inspire in a way that human has, because humans have story that is their stories. It makes them relatable. They have shared experience with other humans. You inspire in a way that no AI can, because somebody finds you relatable. We don't relate with AI because they haven't so far yet. They haven't had shared experiences like us. So you're helping others not get the best information, because AI can do that already. You're helping inspire people through your story. You need to become a better storyteller. And again, the important thing is that the eventual goal, if you keep progressing, if you're trying to make more income, is not to make money from YouTube, because the goal is not to be a content creator. The goal is to be a business owner. Remember, sources of income are 3: employment income, business income, investment income. Okay. Business income is the main way to get rich, not employment income. It works for some people, but not investment income. Investment income is mostly for people who already make money and they just want to store their money that they're making somewhere that they don't lose it, right? Income usually doesn't make you rich. Employment income, usually for most people, okay, there are some jobs, it's business income. So your YouTube channel, is the point is to eventually turn the demon that you're slaying into your business or your side hustle. And the point of your YouTube channel, I mean, the AdSense money is not going to be that much. The YouTube money is not supposed to be a main source of income for you. Your YouTube channel is supposed to be the marketing arm of whatever business that you're going to be a business person, and your YouTube channel is the marketing arm of your business. It's the YouTube channel itself is not your business. It's the marketing arm of the business that you have. So I'm guessing, what about passive income? There is no such thing as passive income. Show me a passive income and I could tell you it's either investment or active income. Contents like music videos and books. Music videos and books, you have to explain it in more detail to me. What do you mean? All right, guys. I need to Let me know. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this. So there was three phases: identifying the demon, right? Becoming an expert, getting all the knowledge into how you slay this demon. One, two, and step three, which should be actually slaying the demon. So finding the demon, studying how to slay the demon. Step three, actually slaying the demon. That's 90% of the part, 90% of your job. You don't want to be getting in a loop of just learning and learning and studying and studying, studying. So you're talking about royalties. I don't know, guys. Like, I think we're moving in the direction. You're talking about music, videos, and books. If you're talking, if that's a good way of making money, why are you asking me that? I told you, you give AI your situation. Like, what's the best way for you to make money? Improve your income. The steps is not like, hey, what about this? What about this? Let me ask Armin if this is a good way to make money. The best way is to document your situation, your skills, the money that you have, the problems that you have, your limitations, your fears, your everything about your life. Document that and then dump it all in AI and starting a conversation with it so that you could identify the best way to not just increase your income but to 10x it. We want to get you rich. We don't want to slightly increase your income. We want you guys to get rich. You need to focus on you. We don't want you to find something that will just give you a little bit of more money on the side. No, we want to figure out how to go from where you are right now to significantly increasing your wealth. That's what we're trying to do here. And again, your channel needs to be focused as well. So you think, Armin, your channel is not focused because your channel is focusing on three things: wealth, health, and love. So why are you telling us to focus? Because my channel is focused on you making something that is focused. So my channel is providing templates and talking about how you guys could go help other people on something focused. So it's not actually, so you're telling us to focus on one thing specific. Yeah, my specific focus is people using AI to help other people on something specific. That is pretty specific. And again, the benefit of this is that in an attempt to slay your demon, you will create documentation of that is proof of your authority that you know how to slay this demon, which is a reason for why other people should hire you eventually for consulting and other services that you have to offer. Because you have it, so you did two. You killed two birds with one stone. You killed your demon, actually three birds. You killed your demon. You're getting other people to now pay you, so that you give their time talking to them about killing their demons. And three, so you're getting paid. And three, you're helping other people. You're helping other people, you're getting paid, and you also slayed your demon. It's a win-win-win. All right, guys, I have to go, and make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Make sure you hit the bell notification, and I'll be talking to you guys soon because I'm getting a message. All right, guys, love you guys. Ali Reza, Amikai, Amir, Shauna, I hope this was useful. Leave me a comment. I read all the comments on this channel. I read all the comments. Okay, there we go. I have to go. Let me turn this off. All right, guys. Bye. Mwah.